offer from Foam, which is a cultural organization in Brussels, to be a resident for 1 year at their place, and to take this year as a transition year. The residency they offer to me is to stay there and develop whatever I want to develop in a bit out of the fuzziness of the real world, and take just time to develop things I hadn't time until then. And the only thing I have to do for them is to report it, because Foam's main interest of research at the moment is to see how people can conduct change at their own level and how people can foresee the future using scenario planning, which is a methodology to kind of understand what are the trends at a given moment, and then to prototype these futures and see if the ideal future you see is really as ideal when you live it for real. So I'm kind of building myself this process for 1 year, and they are following me, and they want me to keep track of my feelings around this. So what I do now as a daily life, first I put out of the cupboard all my notebooks from several years ago where I wrote down, oh, I would like to do this, I would like to do that, but I don't have the time to do it, so I put everything on the wall and tried to figure out what I wanted to get started with. And then I got started with very basic knowledge that allows you to fulfill your own needs. I learned about preserving vegetables with fermentation, producing kefir, but fruit kefir this time, not milk kefir. They offered me to use this 2-meter square balcony to grow as many vegetables as I can. So I started seedlings for this. I got some wood and some other reclaimed materials from the street to build up the planters for the balcony, and to start also build up solar stuff like solar ovens, solar dryers to preserve the fruits again. So I'm very much into very basic knowledge that some of them I've got by living in the countryside or by learning it from their parents, but I felt like I hadn't developed this enough, and that it was at the very roots of my survival, so that I should know how to do some of this stuff. And I'm also starting to build up a map. This is the very unreadable first version of how all these processes interconnect. So how you can use byproducts of the garden to burn in a rocket stove to cook the vegetables, and then use the ash back in the garden to fertilize the garden, or use it to produce soap that you can then use to wash your dishes, and how all these DIY processes interconnect all together, and how you can basically with minimal work and